I have tattoos older than that guy. All right. God damn. I was walking down Mission Street not too long ago, right up there by the Metreon, and there's this kid. He's about 20 years old, and he says, "Spare change for beer?" And I was like, "Fuck no." And then I stopped, and I was like, "Well, fuck, man, that's a little too harsh, man. I should go back." And actually, because of where I was going too, I went back and I talked to him. I said, "Look, man, I'm going to an AA meeting right now. It's like 2 blocks down the street. Why don't you come with me? You just don't have to do anything. Don't have to talk anything. Just sit and listen. Maybe you'll hear something." And he said, "Oh, that's okay, man. I'm not an alcoholic." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And he's like, "No, see, I'm more into opiates." I was like, "Well, as long as you got it figured out." I mean, that's kind of the thing, man. It's just like, I was going to an AA meeting. That's a real story. I do go. I've been clean and sober for like 7 years. And, it just kind of strikes me as like how much, like we always, like all the addicts always have plans. Man, always, there's not more of a MacGyver person you'll ever meet than a crackhead. If you told anyone else you have to come up with $10 every hour on the hour, although you have no place to live, no phone, no money, no job, you just have to figure out how to get $10 every hour. Everybody like, that's impossible. But there's crackheads doing it around the clock in cities all over the world. It's just kind of inventive things, man. It's just like I actually was coming out of this other meeting, and I was in a grocery store. I was up at Safeway over there, and over there at the Potrero Shopping Center, and me and this other guy came out of the meeting with. We see this guy get busted for shoplifting, and the security guard pulls a fifth of Royal Gate vodka out of his pants. I don't know if you know Royal Gate vodka. It's made locally, actually, here in San Francisco. It's possibly the worst hard liquor that you could ever imagine. It's going to be $1.80 for a half pint forever. Long after we stop using money, you will still be able to use your money to get this. I think they take Confederate script at the store for this stuff. It's the nastiest shit. And we're looking at we're looking at this guy going, "Oh man," and I said, "Look at this guy, man. This is rough. Like, he's at this point, his self-esteem is so low. He was stealing. He had his choice of everything in here, and he stole the worst liquor because he doesn't think he's worth anything more." That's really sad. And then that guy's, "No, I don't really see it that way. I think his addiction's just at this level where it's he just built an emotional bond to this brand. It's like the worst kind of brand loyalty you could possibly have." And so we asked him, actually, he's getting cuffed. I was like, hey man, out of all this shit you could steal, why did you steal the Royal Gate vodka?" And he goes, "'Cause it was on sale." And that's the thing, man. So the plans, we always make the plans. They're always just a little fucked up. It's weird, man. It's weird. Chris is talking a lot about racism, and that's one thing that's also gone in drug culture, man. There's no racism. We have you'sism. We judge each other based on what we do and how we do it. It's just like the guys doing meth will judge the people who do coke because they're wasting their money. There's a much cheaper way to get wired, and like even like the heroin people who shoot heroin will look down upon people who are smoking it. They're doing it wrong, and it's just like we split up in these little camps, and be like, man, and they'll get self-righteous about it. It's like, fuck drinking, man. I quit drinking. It was interfering with my gambling. It's just that kind of thing, this kind of mentality that we have. God, man, a lot of people want to tell me, they're like, because they meet me, like they met me in the last 7 years, and they didn't really see what I went through or whatever. So they're trying to relate, and I tell them, like, look, I'm, we're at some company party or something like that. And they're like, hey, there's an open bar. I'm like, no, it's called, I don't drink. I'm an alcoholic. And they're like, oh man, that's rough. You know what I'm addicted to? Chocolate. Oh yeah, great. I'm a chocoholic, which is I don't know. It's weird because alcoholic makes sense. But are you drinking chocohol? No, you're not. And so therefore you're not a chocoholic. However, if you do make something, if any of you can invent chocohol, you will sell the fuck out of it, because that stuff would be awesome. I can't really imagine anything much better than that. But yeah, Chocohol. And they'll also say something. You know what? I'm addicted. I'm addicted to Lost, or something like that. It'll be their favorite TV show. I'm so addicted to Lost. I'm like, really? That's sad. You miss a lot of work because you're watching old episodes of Lost, and you lie about it. You've lost relationships over this. Furthermore, do you watch episodes thinking that they're going to end differently this time? Because that's the fucking addict's mindset. Like, this time it's going to work out. And that show, I started watching that show. It's like Gilligan's Island with a body count. That's all that fucking show is. It's not going to age well. You know, when we look at old episodes of Gilligan's Island, and they have this like some unexplained thing, like there's an evil Gilligan suddenly out of nowhere, and it's just like, we just bought it. Look, he's wearing a goatee. Makes him the evil Gilligan. And it was just kind of like, you know, we look at it and think, man, people were so stupid then. And then now we have Lost, and it's just as dumb. There's the guy, and I watch it, people. Come on, I'm suckered in. I'm not completely foolproof here. It's like they got that blonde dude who's just pretty much Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused over and over every week he's on there. Like, you know, you remember him in Dazed and Confused? He's like, that's what I like about them high school girls. I keep getting older and they stay the same age. So it's pretty much like him on the island all the time. Hey there, pretty want to say we get a cup of coconut to roast them up. And it's like, God damn it. It's just so bad. It's just like really, and everybody's got the perfect fucking 1 day's worth of growth. I mean, nobody's like fucking freaking out, getting really big beards, or, you know, like, look, man, you know, like, just get some dudes from Dolores Park and put them on the fucking island, and they'll look a lot better. You get that guy with, like, that one guy with a matted dreadlock that looks like a beaver tail that goes all the way down to his ass. You seen that guy? Put him on there. That's what happens when you're on an island. Or SSI. I don't know. SSI Island. We gotta make that show.